venimos todos con gusto y placer a felicitarte.
This is the Baja California we would like to imagine. But these are the images Southern Californians have seen from Tijuana lately. Shootings between drug cartels and Mexican police on neighborhood streets in broad daylight. And school children caught right in the middle of the violence.
It was a very difficult experience. It was a difficult experience for the adults as well as the children.
Gloria Espinosa and her husband Jorge owned the ALEGRIA school and were forced to evacuate their students during a recent shootout only a block away from the school.
Are you concerned about the violence that's taking place in Tijuana right now?
Oh, yes. Yeah, definitely. I think everybody in town is worried about that.
Tijuana officials described the bloody shootout that took place at this home January the 17th as a war zone. This war zone isn't halfway around the world. It's only miles from San Diego.
As you can see, this was an excellent headquarters for the cartel. Solid brick walls, tinted windows so nobody could see inside. But today, there are pockmarks from machine gun fire, and debris is everywhere.
A new governor, a new mayor, a new police chief, and a new attitude towards the long-running violence. The government says it's had enough. But Christian Gonzalez and his son live in this war zone. He says residents and tourists are caught right in the middle of this bloody power struggle.
The people on the other side, the tourists, they don't want to come over. I even have aunts that don't want to come over.
So if Baja Californians are worried about security, how should the 18 million Americans feel who visit Baja every year? Tourism Secretary Escobedo is desperately trying to get the word out about secure zones along highways and popular tourist attractions.
The federal and the state police have doubled their shifts from Tijuana all the way to Ensenada.
Escobedo says the recent image problem has dropped tourism by 1.5 million people in 1 year. That hurts business in places like Puerto Nuevo.
Are you concerned, though, that the negative publicity will slow things down, though?
We do, everybody.
Mario Garcia relies on tourism to keep his shop open. The peak season begins in a month, but he's confident things will turn around because of people like this man.
And I've been in this area forever, so I can understand why we're losing it. So I want to get it back for the people.
Hugo Torres owns the Rosarito Hotel and is now part of the new administration in Baja California, an administration determined to drive the cartels out.
So you know the cartels aren't going to back down. Do you expect more violence to continue until you can beat this problem?
We expect more violence, but that will be targeted to our policemen. But the average citizen of Mexico or Americans are not targets of the drug fight.
Okay, thank you. Because he is outspoken about the cartels, Torres is also a target and travels in a convoy with at least a half dozen bodyguards. Visiting San Diegans don't have this kind of protection.
What would you tell American tourists who come down here now?
Jerry Lyndes is one of 80,000 U.S. citizens who now call Baja California home.
Well, I think you have to be careful, just like in any U.S. city. You have to be aware of, your surroundings, what's going on.
That's the same advice we get from the FBI. The agency says kidnappings are on the rise in Baja.
When you travel, don't draw attention to yourself. Don't be anything that would make you high profile.
Other law enforcement sources would not comment on camera because of political issues. However, we were told by one high-ranking official there is a spillover, especially into the Bonita East Lake area. People who have fled Baja because of death threats. The bad guys, they come after them, even here in California. It's rarely reported, and when they do, it's as a missing persons report. With photojournalist Michael Gonzalez, I'm Steve Atkinson for the 10 News I-Team.